but Quivers settled us down. RJ established his will, his dominance all game when Julius didn't have it. And in the end, it was IQ. Give him the keys. Busting out the arsenal. Step back threes. 4-point plays. Fake handoffs, dunking on Jared Allen. Have some. Knicks win 102-81 in a rout. Going away. And we get back to our winning ways. This is post-game live. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. Hit that thumbs up button for your squad. CP, Ashley Moss, JL said Nick of Time Show. JL's, give me some thoughts, man. Finally back on track. Give me some thoughts, bro.
I was worried, TP, like you was, man. The game started. We were down 10. We only had 3 points.
Yeah.
And we was on 3 for mad long.
Yeah.
Tibbs calls a timeout. All of a sudden, the Knicks go on their run. We end the fourth quarter with 19 points, and they were stuck on 17. I'm like, all right, cool. We back in this. We getting back in the groove. Yeah. But also, your guy, Nine God, came in. And
Nine God delivers.
It's time for the Nine God.
delivers like Domino's Pizza. He delivers. I felt like he's playing with purpose. He was playing with a pace. I felt like, the Knicks, they weren't really trying to push in transition a lot, but I feel like Julius Randle and Nine God, they both tried to push the pace, got some easy baskets, played defense. And then when the Cavs tried to switch the zone on the second unit wasn't really having it. Quickly came in, lit them up, and pushed the lead. All of a sudden, you look around, it's 33 points for the Cavs in the first half, and you're like, yo, whose team is this? How did they only score 30? Are you an NBA team?
Well, two of the lowest scoring teams in the league, so we got to caught a little break there.
Yeah, but we caught a big break there. But, I mean, the game was swinging to our ways to be. Like Clyde said, when it's a defensive game, it's a slow pace. That's our pace, and was able to put it together, especially when quickly caught his groove, 14 points in the fourth quarter to end this game. And the Knicks win, man. Easy.
That's a fact. Ash, where you want to go? You want to go Nine guy? You want to go quickly? Where do you want to go with this one? Give me some thoughts.
I'm going both. I think, first of all, the first half was a great example of, I think, defense keeping you in the game, especially when your offense isn't clicking. Now, granted, it helps that the Cavs are one of the worst ranked, teams in the NBA. So that helps a lot. But I think also, though, Tibbs did a good job with his adjustments. I think he surrounded RJ with shooters, which really helped get him going early in the game. I think Austin Rivers was out there facilitating. Yeah. Obviously, it was a good job that he took Mitch out of the game, who got those 2 fouls early on. And I think that kind of momentum came into the second half with them, and they really were able to get that offense clicking. And again, the Cavs are not a great offensive team, but what is impressive was that they were able to lock down Drummond, and that is a big part of the Cavs defense. So when you can lock him down, that really helps you out in getting those shots going and getting that offense clicking. And I mean, I wasn't the happiest to see Payton out on the floor because in the third quarter, I mean, it took him, I want to say 75% of the third quarter to put up points at all. I mean, it was his first points in the game. So it was a struggle for me to see him out there, especially with Austin Rivers having the first half that he did. He was really out there, putting up points, but also helping to facilitate the game. So I would have preferred to see him go out there in the second half and start. I don't really know what's going on with the love affair between Tibbs and Payton. I'm tired of it. But overall, we got the dub, and that's all that matters.
Got the dub, and that's all that matters. But as you said, I think the big difference tonight, because, Julius didn't have it going, but still dropped 16, 8, and 6 dimes once again, facilitating well. But the big factor was Andre Drummond. He crushed us in the last game, 33 points and 20-something rebounds, dominated us in the last game. And I'm also surprised because Mitch got in foul trouble early. You had Noel, who got in foul trouble early, and the Cavs never really went Drummond's way, man. They went through their guards, they went through their perimeter players, and Drummond finishes this game with just 4 points. So, again, I think the Knicks caught a break here. I thought it was going to go rough for them because this Cavs team is number 1 in forced turnovers, and the Knicks started the game off 4 turnovers, and it just looked like it was going to be an ugly one, man. But like I said, they locked in. R.J. Barrett, once again, phenomenal night. Night. 24 points, 8 of 19 from the field. Ash, you wanted them to mix it up, shoot less threes. She took 5 tonight, but still hit 2 of 5. Most importantly for me, 6 of 7 from the free throw line, and then quickly was just unbelievable, man. We got to talk about quickly, JLs. Get on IQ tonight, bro.
Definitely do. But yeah, you're right. You're right, CP. Well, we ended the night with only 13 turnovers. You know, not so bad. And also, like we said, the defense was really impressive because I know Ashley likes to talk about how Brooklyn doesn't play defense and somebody destroyed their team a few other games, but it hasn't happened with us so far. So I don't know. I guess. Look, as much as I give Elfrid Payton crap, and he deserves a lot of crap because he doesn't pass the ball, like he did play some decent defense, and the guards didn't get off. So I got to give him that. All right,
I mean that was really his saving grace for me, bro. Because at that point when Quickly picked up 3 fouls in that first half. And when Peyton came out there and the offense was still a little bit stalling, I was like, damn, I mean, at this point, I'm ready to see Frank come in the game.
Exactly what I was saying.
That's what I said. Oh, my God.
Actually said it?
I said it. Listen, somebody tweeted me because I said before the second half started, I said, I swear on everything. If Austin Rivers continues on the trajectory he's on for this game, I swear to everything. If I see Tibbs start painting over him in the second half, I'm going to be pissed. I retweeted it because guess who started? Payton. And somebody said to me, well, at least it's not Frank. Am I right? And I said, no, I would have preferred Frank.
Hey, tag me. Hold on. Twitter.
Go check
y'all tagged me on Alan Hahn videos all yesterday. Y'all couldn't tag me on that actually tweet.
It's on there. Definitely check my Twitter feed. It says it right there.
All I'm saying is there was a point in that second quarter where the Cavs was continuing in that zone. You had RJ out there with Rivers. I thought you put Frank out there. You have a 3-guard lineup that would have given you enough facilitation out there to try to bust that zone and not have Peyton be a liability. As you said, JLs, he still played Garland and Sexton to the best of his ability on the defensive end. So it wasn't all a wash. But listen, all in all, we got the W. We finished the first half with a 14-point lead. And then, Quickly, once again, just beat the brakes off of them in the second half. They had no answers for him. Absolutely no answers for Quickly, man.
Yeah. I heard Frank is he injured or is he like not 100%? Like I don't.
He just doesn't have a spot in the rotation.
He's not. Yeah, his rotation is injured right
now. His rotation
My thing is, somebody once told me if you're a guard and you can't shoot and you only play defense, you have no future in rotation in the NBA. And I'm looking at Elfrid Payton every day, going, this is false. Like this is absolutely false. Cap. Like I know Frank doesn't break down defense, but I definitely know he has a better shot at hitting a 3 than Peyton does. I definitely know that.
Yeah, and that's all I was looking for. Just a little bit of a spark. That's all I was looking for. But as I said, RJ, he saw Garland was trying to check him, and he went straight bully ball. He went straight bully ball, man. No one had an answer for him on that Cavs team. So I love how they got him in his spots, and he was just comfortable all night. No resistance. And then IQ, I mean, at one point, they go on a 12-0 run when IQ checks into the game in that third quarter. He hits 5 shots in a row going into the fourth. IQ was just lights out tonight, man. 25 for IQ, 24 for RJ. A way to pick it up when Randall didn't have his best start, and Burks didn't have it. Burks is always the guy who I look to put some points on the board when Randall struggles or just to help. 3 of 5 from the field, but quiet 7 points. Still got on the boards for Burks, but it was really RJ and IQ that really picked it up for them.
IQ reminds me of that rap lyric. I think was it Drake who said it? I'm like the rookie and the vet. Like IQ is out there.
Yeah, facts.
Like IQ's out there. Obviously, he's a rook, but I mean, he moves and his awareness and his game IQ is that way beyond his years. I mean, he's out there drawing fouls like a vet. Some vets in the game don't even know how to do. Like it just is really great to see him, starting to really come into his own. And I think we're starting to see that consistency that we've been talking about. We're starting to see more good things from him than bad things. And I think if that trajectory continues, I mean, Tibbs is going to have no choice but to start him. And if he doesn't, him and Peyton definitely got something going on. I don't know if Peyton's like on his fantasy football squad and he needs the points.
Something,
but he got to figure it out because that's just not going to be okay.
I think it depends on matchups too, because I feel like, this is like a matchup that
it was a good matchup for
quickly, somebody around your height, around your size. He's like, all right, I can take him on offense and defense. He's not bigger than me. I can kind of take him off off the dribble a little bit. I can do what I want. So I feel like this is a good matchup for him offensively and defensively.
Agreed.
So it might not be like that every night.
Yeah, you're not gonna be like that. Obviously, we saw with the Jazz, and Conley ate his food, so he's still gonna have to take his lumps. I think a lot of fans would rather see that than see Peyton out there, lumping up the offense. But we'll see once Tibbs comes around to it. But I thought Obi gave us some good energy in the second quarter as well. Obi gave us some good production off the bench. He finished with 5 points. He had a nice little lay-in over Drummond and a nice three-pointer. But I thought Obi was really working out there. Yeah,
it was like a nice little stretch where he was like, he looked spry out there. He's looking more spryer. I don't know if that's the word. Spryer and spryer.
Do we have a researcher on the panel?
Yeah. We need Stat Boy on that.
But I hopefully they just increase his minutes gradually. Try to find a way to play him with Randall at the same time,
and see how that works.
Yeah, man. And if he can do it, that'll be great. I mean, I've seen instances with Obi being able to guard some smaller guys on sometimes,
they had him out there on Prince tonight. He was guarding Torian Prince for the most part in his minutes.
Yeah. So if he can do that consistently, that opens up the possibility of mixing up the lineups a lot more with Obi, and he can have an advantage on the offensive end because he's bigger than these guys, and he can keep up on the defensive end because he's able to shuffle his feet and guard these smaller guys sometimes. So hopefully, he keeps experimenting, he keeps building his game slowly and starts hitting some jumpers and some layups and et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, that's a fact. Good win. 102-81 Knicks win. Salute to everybody in the chat. Once again, hit that thumbs up button for your squad. We got over 1,800 in here on the check-in. CP from KnicksFanTV checking in. Welcome to everybody. If you guys are new, leave us a hashtag new. We will shout you guys out. And remember to hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button. Very important to do that to support us. And we will kick it off. Let's see who's first up on the phones tonight. Let's go to East New York. Jay, what's going on, bro?
Jay?
JL, CP, Ashley, how y'all doing tonight, man?
All right.
What's good, man? How you feeling?
Okay, so first, RJ is becoming a stabilizing force, man.
Yeah.
That guy, he's doing the damn thing, man. I find myself watching his game, and I'm like, he's really getting better. He's really a stabilizing force as far as offense and just being somebody that matters for the team. He's really stepping up, man. I got to keep calling that out. And that boy quickly, I don't know what the future holds for him, but that boy gets buckets, man. He's a certified bucket getter. Once he puts it all together, learn how to do it on a consistent basis, the sky's the limit for that kid. And I also wanted to point out something that was said yesterday when you had a couple of guests on. I think RJ and Mitch is definitely the future, and we probably just need one more player to, round out that youth and make us a solid team offensively and defensively. So I just wanted to know how y'all feel about that. So have a good night.
Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. You know what? One of the things, again, that I've always looked at quickly that makes me confident in his future with this team, whether it's as his full-time starter or off the bench, is his poise. And Ashley mentioned that. He's a rookie, but he's playing like a vet out there. And you just see it, the way he runs the offense, the way he's drawing fouls, his IQ, IQ is through the roof. And again, with RJ, same way, steadfast. You can't break these guys.
Yeah.
And that's an extension of their upbringing, but also an extension of the coach in Tibbs. So you got to like that in terms of what we build in here with the future. And yeah, they came on the good side of things tonight. So congrats to them.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely think also that's that Kentucky way, though. I think the guys that come out of that program, their skill set obviously is probably, I think, one of the best in the country, but that's just, speaking to the program itself. I mean, when you come from a top 10 program, you would expect most players to be on the good side of the spectrum, more NBA
we're
ready.
still waiting on Kev to hit that spectrum. But
I said most. I said most. There are exceptions to every rule, but for the most part, you would think, coming out of that program and having the accessibility to certain things, the trainers and the facilities and just the experience and spotlight, they're a little bit more NBA ready for the most part than people coming out of smaller programs and things like that. But I think also the mentality that they teach out there in Kentucky is different. You think of a lot of players and their skill set obviously has a lot of room for improvement. I think everyone does, but that mentality is like drilled into them since the day that they start, training camp, if you will. I think of some of the players that come off, top of my head. I think of Bam Adebayo came out of Kentucky. And one of the things that they said that was so impressive about him was he was an 18, 19-year-old kid, but he had the mentality of like a 25-year-old, vet. So, I mean, it's something like that you can't underestimate. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's definitely something that's so conducive and so beneficial to a team, especially in a rookie. It's a gift. Honestly, it was a steal. We got a good one.
We got a good one. Go ahead, Jails.
Yeah, and to add on to that, now we have these guys who are over here from Kentucky who's been able to grow from that program. And now we have Kenny Payne over here who's groomed all those guys from Kentucky. Combined with Tom Thibodeau, it just seems like it's a perfect synergy for the New York Knicks right now. So when the guy kind of ended that call with, "Hey man, we need one more guy," we probably do need one more guy. Probably need one more point guard somewhere to set the table up. But even if it's through trade, if it's through the draft, I'm confident that we have guys like Kenny Payne and Tom Thibodeau and Johnny Bryant. Who can develop these guys? You
continue to
build.
To a
trade,
continue to build. Continue to build, man. And like I said, I have two core pieces that I feel like we're comfortable with right now, and with RJ IQ. I think Obi's going to take a little bit of time for him to come around, but I still think I'm still positive in what he's going to bring. Mitch, we'll see. It's contract time coming up within the next 1 or 2 years with Mitch. I don't think we can guarantee him coming back just yet. We got to see how this thing plays out. I love for him to be back, but we got to see how everything plays out once he hits the open market and see how they handle those negotiations. So let's see. But so far on this rebuild, you got to like what you have in some of these core pieces. So to everybody in the chat, once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. We got the rhyme animal Chuck D in the chat, chatting amongst the people. Salute to Chuck. Always appreciate his support. Let's see who's in here from Team #New. We got, let's see who we got in here. Mookie Duke Jr. Salute. It's an interesting name. Okay. Right. Mookie Duke Jr. Team #New. We got a couple super chats in here. I want to salute real quick. Salute to Chuck D. Sends the first super chat. He said, "Knicks were knives. Hands were in every passing lane. Defense is very aggressive," Chuck, as Ashley said. Salute to Junior Caroma. He says, "IQ, baby, and free my boy Frank Tibbs, SMH." Salute Ron Hansley Jr. He says, Wiley Z gave IQ the Vinnie Johnson microwave comparison. You know who else did that? Sean Shepard texted me, JLs. He said, Vinnie Johnson is on the Knicks rocking number 5. So, yeah, that's what we need. That's what we need from IQ, man. Need that offense. Need that shooting. Alan Berman says, salute IQ, making a solid case for Rookie of the Year, while Elf could be the worst starting point guard since Howard Isley. Get this man out of here. Cut him and sign anyone with a pulse. I'd take Clyde at this point. Ooh, Alan Berman with the sauce. Hey, Clyde was looking sharp
tonight. Clyde people love, yo.
Yeah, I know. Why you guys
Clyde? Clyde brought out the minks tonight, man. Clyde brought out the mink coat tonight, man. He was styling on him.
He was styling and profiling. I felt like it was 1975.
Don't play with my guy. Don't do that.
Clyde was in his pimp bag tonight.
All he was missing was the little fedoras he used to wear, like in the beige, taupe color. He would have been out there.
He had the fight night mink on, like he was going to see Ali Frazier Part 3 at the Garden, boy.
Listen,
Clyde is a relic, man.
Fresh. That's probably the freshest fit I've seen him wear since he started at MSG.
That's
some of them be questionable.
Nothing but facts.
I don't know.
Next call up, Ari's in the building. Ari, how you feeling, bro?
Yo, what's up, CP? What's up, guys? I'm feeling great. That was such an awesome win, man. I'm feeling very, very good. First of all, this Colin Sexton guy is, I don't know what it is about him, but he's so soft, dude. Every time he scores like the second point of the game, bro, and he's acting like he's Kevin Garnett in like Game 7 of the finals.
He was chirping after
like,
every bucket.
Like, you see every. What is that, bro? Like, come on, bro. Like, just soft, bro. You're obviously overcompensating for something, dude. All right, like pathetic, dude. There's no one even in the stands, all right? But whatever.
Oh my God.
Besides that, listen,
Oh, he's still bad.
Emmanuel Quickly is legit, man. This people. This is the thing. People like Emmanuel Quickly, they drop in the draft because they're not 6'6" and they don't have a 7'2" wingspan like Frank, who's doing obviously really great. So they drop in the draft. Basketball IQ is such an underrated talent.
You're not even
This
playing.
guy,
You
and I figured it out.
Of course you.
No, yeah, wait. I figured it out. He reminds me of a smaller yet quicker Chauncey Billups. All right?
Huh?
Good shooter.
That's not bad.
High basketball IQ. He's not as
bad.
big as Chauncey.
Saying, is that an insult?
But he's
No.
quicker.
No, he's a compliment.
Yeah.
Chauncey
That's not bad.
Billups,
Yeah, not bad. Go ahead, bro.
And guess what? Chauncey Billups is a champion, bro. Chauncey Billups is a champion, all right? And this guy is 19 years old. R.J. Barrett, dude, is 20 years old. He's 20. People are talking about Randall saying he's 26, how he's so young. R.J. Barrett is 6 years younger than Julius Randle.
Yeah.
6 years younger. Bobby Shmurda been in prison for 7 years, dude. That feels like a lifetime ago, all right?
Free Bobby Shmurda!
Bobby's coming home
Bobby's supposed
soon.
to get out this year, right?
Yeah.
He's supposed to get out.
Bobby's supposed to come
No,
home
free
soon, man.
Kodak. You should free Bobby.
Bobby's
The
supposed to
heck?
come home.
Right.
Appreciate the call, bro. Appreciate the call.
It's
You
kind of
out
like
here
a week ago,
freeing
right?
Kodak and partying Kodak. You're partying Kodak and Lil Wayne. You gotta free Bobby. Like, hey.
It's Friday night, folks.
And free the Tiger King. He ain't trying to kill that lady. I saw the documentary.
Joe ain't coming home. Joe is not coming home anytime
Free
soon.
Joe Exotic.
Joe
Free
Exotic is not coming home. It's Friday night happy hour. Ari's on happy hour time. He's in his bag. He started a call off jail. It's like we lost.
Yeah, that's what I'm sitting here like he took shots at Randall. He took shots at
Yeah, he
Frank.
started off at Sexton. He started off at Sexton out of nowhere. So Ari's in happy hour,
I don't
man.
allow
Cheers,
Sexton. I
cheers
allow
to
Sexton.
Ari. Yeah. Yo, Sexton's been beasting though. All fairness to him.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people wrote that kid off. Sexton has been going off. I mean, last game I saw of them, he watched up the Nets, and he was my hero that night. I was, that kid was an all-star to me that night. But, they did a good job on him tonight defensively, all things considered. Garland was the one that really went off for the Cavs, 24 points. And like I said, limiting Drummond to 4 points was major, especially when Mitch and Noel were in foul trouble. My guy Taj did make his debut tonight. Salute to Taj Brooklyn, stand up. And also Osman. We had Osman looking like Klay Thompson last game. He only had 3 points tonight.
Nah, I agree with you. And kudos to Noel and Mitch. I know they fouled out, but I feel like they were able to play pretty good defense. They used their fouls wisely, except for Mitch. I'm sorry. When those picks.
Speaking of defense, you know who's not playing defense? The Mavs, because they're getting washed.
Are they?
19 to 44 by the Utah
Fade
Jazz.
Let's go. Growing
Who?
Simba in the chat said, check the Mavs game. Let's go.
And the Jazz currently are without Donovan Mitchell. He's still in concussion protocol, and they're still getting washed.
And they washed him the other night. So I guess this is a back-to-back game for them.
This is what I do, my Birdman.
Nice. Double dipping tonight. Let's get it. Let's go. Fade for Cade, man. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. Hit that thumbs up button for your squad as usual. What other super chats we got in here? The Rhyme Animal, Chuck D's in the chat. For all you Public Enemy fans, Chuck D fans, throw a hashtag PE in the chat to salute the general. Salute to Iller checking in from Canada. He throws the Canadian flags up in there. He says, R.J. Barrett, the Canadian assassin, strikes again. So Iller's in a good mood tonight, no doubt. Eric Booker, my guy Eric, he says, Knicks win and Mavs are getting washed. 42-16. Hashtag fade for Cade. So let's go.
We can make the playoffs and get Cade. Come on, let's go.
I'm with that. Chuck D again says fire on the grassy knoll down here in Texas. It ain't fam fitting down there. Mavs, dry those old KP tears. We in better shape on that trade, in my opinion. Let's stay ugly for the Clips and the Bulls. Yeah, that's right. We got to stay hungry, man. Stay real ugly. Ted Scoops Dimmy, appreciate the super chat. Sam says, Mavs are getting blown out. They're the 11th seed and always injured. We could really get a top 5 pick out of them. And Jails, if that happens, man, what happens with Ninja P, man? I feel like we have not been talking about Scott Perry, Knicks GM, at all.
I mean, I don't think Knicks fans are ever going to give him any credit. But I think
he's got to get credit, man.
A small apology, man. A small, like I said, man. You have to evaluate these trades on a long-term basis. Yes, short-term you lost KP, but you gotta look at what we do with. What are we doing with these picks? You know
That's
what I'm saying?
the
What
real question. Speak on it.
Right. And the problem with KP has always been, even when he was here, A, he's not efficient. B, he can't post up, even point guards.
And he's injury prone.
And C, you guessed it, he's injury prone.
Mm-hmm.
So if he's injury prone, working himself back from injury, plays great for 20 games and gets re-injured again every year for the rest of his career, I feel like we kind of won this trade, man.
Hey, this could be an interesting summer, man. But as for Ninja P, you know, he turns Marcus Morris into what they drafted in Emmanuel Quickly, gets a first round pick out of him, and he's here. He's here. You know, lame duck season for him. I'm just curious to see if they bring this guy back next year, or does Leon want to go with his own guy? You know, it's gonna be interesting to see how that plays out, bro.
Yeah, definitely interesting because like he had some moves you didn't like. You got Alfred Payton here, right?
he was high after Alfred Payton. He was the Alfred Payton whisperer and buried Frank for him. So
exactly, but also got Mitch here. So
he got Mitch. He drafted Mitch. You know, drafted RJ, which was a gimme. It's a mixed bag.
Yeah,
mixed bag.
It's a mixed bag.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. All right, let's hear some more calls. Let's get to the phone. So to everybody in the chat, hit that thumbs up on for your squad. Let's go to I just got word. The preacher's on the line. We can't have him waiting. We can't have him waiting. Jay Boogie from North Carolina for another sermon, a victory sermon. Let's go. You gotta give him some time to, you know.
Yeah, you gotta switch over.
Yeah.
Speaker. Right. Okay.
Yo, what's good with the team? Hope everybody's feeling like they're supposed to be feeling. Hope everybody's celebrating. Wonderful night. But still hope everybody's staying healthy and safe, keeping them hands clean, watching them faces and everything, wiping off doorknobs, all that. It's anywhere and everywhere, for real talk, man. But I'm going to get to it. Lloyd Banks said a line that was real popular. What he said was, dumb dudes stand on line to pay $50 to come in the club and ice grill. When he said that, he was talking about Peyton. Peyton paid $50 to come in the club. He's standing on the wall. He won't clap his hands. He won't celebrate. He won't dance. He won't do none of that.
He just playing the wall.
Mugging. My man just faked the handoff, went back door. Everybody patted on top of the head, dunk on his head. Then he came back before the quarter end and hit a tray. Everybody amped up. When he went to the sideline, he dapped everybody, and you ain't see Peyton nowhere in the picture, man. Come on, man. You mean mugging, man. You paid all that money to get in the club, man. I know you don't like the situation, man, but I told you last night how many Peytons don't really did something. I see somebody threw Peyton Hillis up. He got off the couch. That man ain't no Hall of Famer, so we ain't even going to talk about him. So ain't but 3 Peytons that even did something. I'm going to give y'all another scenario real quick. We was at home in New York. There was a big meeting up there in San Francisco. They called us up and said, yo, come to the meeting. Cyrus is speaking. We went up there. But instead, nobody else killed him. We killed him. Cyrus was Steph Curry. So then we had all them games looking for us. We had Portland looking for us. We had Sacramento looking for us. We had Utah looking for us. But guess what? We made it all the way back home. But as soon as we get home, we think we can chill and take a break. There go Cleveland. Cleveland got them bottles in their hand, and they clinking. Click, 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 click. Warriors, come out to play. Warriors, come out to play. But there ain't no RJ had that leather jacket on. There ain't no Quickly had that leather jacket on. And we was out there ready to do what we had to do. It felt good for us to make it all the way back home and get a fresh start. Yeah. Start from the bottom, get it up and start all over again. The one thing I do like about us, we fall, we get back up. We get back up. Yeah. Like Jay-Z said, bounce up like round ball. I like that. But I got to give some props to Tom Thibodeau because he learned from the Rivers on that trip.
He learned by riding with that hot hand. Once RJ started getting hot, he rolled that hand until his tongue started falling out. When Quickly came in the game and he started doing what he's doing, he rolled that man until the buzzer went off. Only thing I ain't like what he did was 4 minutes left in the game and the game was over. He still had RJ and he still had Randall on the floor. He got to just get him there some break. And when the game is over, it's over. Ain't no coming back, no nothing. But I like what we're doing. And matter of fact, we got 3 first-round draft picks coming up there. Yeah, I'm thinking we might need to go ahead and keep all our picks and don't make no moves because we got our pick, we got the Clippers pick, and we got Dallas pick. And Dallas been getting swelled up all year. You know what I'm saying? We know the Clippers they're gonna be high, but still that's 3 picks in case we fall too low and we can make a move and jump up in that top 3 somewhere. But we need to have our picks. This is the year right here to make sure you got them picks, man. It's a real deep draft coming up out of college. It's a lot of ball players out there. And right now we're in position. We still got 17 million to make a dance. That's right. Nobody making no moves. The next trade that happened that need a 3 team, they got to come see us. We got 17 million free money, you know what I'm saying, to do something with. It's like King of New York, Frank White, Nickelback is so I want in. We need to be in on the next trade, man. I like what's going on, man. Everybody keep shouting out and keep loving our Knicks, man. Let's go. And shout out to my man, may he rest in peace, the ecstasy, Houdini. I was just watching Big Daddy Kane and all them on the internet, and they were saluting that man right there. Shout out to that man, ecstasy too, man. You know what I'm saying? And keep doing what we're doing. Y'all keep doing what you're doing. Shout out, good show last night, man. I love what happened. Aubrey might be on the comeback. Y'all might need to sign that paperwork to get back in that ring. I ain't heard nothing from our boy. Where he been at? I'm looking for him. Aubrey's training right now. Yeah, I'm promoting the fight. I'm standing in the middle. I'm promoting the fight. I need money. The fan TV need money. We promoting. I hear you, Aubrey. I hear you talking. And you was amped up last night. I love that, man. Man, way to get that victory tonight, man. Let's go. Peace, love, man. I see y'all. Let's go. We got something for you, man. We got something for you. We got them clamps. I'm going to see you.
Let's go. Jay Boogie. Throw some 5s in the chat for Jay Boogie. Still hasn't taken a breath, Jay Ellis.
Yeah. And the preacher said, Amen.
Let's go. Set the tone. Threw a little, Warriors move, a little movie reference in there. You know what I mean?
Little bad come out and
references on references.
Who was watching last night's show when Jay Boogie called? He said there was only 3 Paytons that ever made a difference in life. He said Walter Payton, rest in peace. Peyton Manning and and Gary Payton. He's like, we got to get this Payton off our team right now. Salute to Jay Boogie, man.
I'm crying.
Yeah. Salute to Jay Boogie, man. What can you say? What can you say after that, man? Sometimes that's why you make him the closer, but when he's on, you can't make him wait. You can't make him wait, man.
Now somebody got to go after him.
Yeah, now somebody's got to pick
Who's
up.
Who's going to
follow that act? You know what I mean? Salute to him. Rest in peace to Houdini for sure. Rest in peace Don Chaney, man. We're losing.
Man, there's a lot of rest.
Rest in peace Cicely Tyson. You know, we losing a lot of pioneers, a lot of legends of our culture, man. We losing a lot of people. So as you said, just take things one day at a time. Appreciate your family. Stay safe out there. And that's all you could do. That's all you could do, man. Well, we definitely losing a lot of legends right now, so it's a tough time. But good win. Appreciate Jay Boogie for calling in for sure. And salute to everybody in the chat once again. Hit that thumbs up button for your squad. There's more super chats rolling in. Salute to Iller says free Iggy. So he follows up his RJ Love. He's still campaigning for his man Ignis Brazdakis. Salute Jeffrey Vasquez. He says salute to KFTV and the hashtag all 72 fans. If you guys are in this thing for all 72 win or lose, throw hashtag all 72 in the chat. Let us know you're in here. He says great win RJ the 9 God. Ashley B Sting and Peyton on the bench. Hit the music.
You know.
Coop the Villain 77 says IQ got the jewels. Let's go. And Rare Edition says 5-star call Jay Boogie. Facts are plenty. Let's go Knicks. The man took 2 breaths.
I don't know how he does it every time. Man.
Just unleashes, man. Man. Ash, you want to shout out in the chat? Right now?
Let me see. Shout out to everyone using the hashtag 9God. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to Oh, people are saying we forgot Sean Payton, coach of the Saints. That's true. Sean Payton is a legend.
What do I care about him? I'm a Giants fan. I don't care about no damn Sean Payton.
Legends respect legends.
Get him up out of here, man.
Whatever. Anyway, let's see. Shout out to everyone. Hashtag all 72. And just shout out to everybody rocking with us because, you know, this is the best.
The number one show for the fans, by the fans. Applying pressure on all comers. Make no mistake.
Saying? Often imitated, never duplicated.
Never duplicated, but still applying pressure, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, you know. If you know.
Yeah, you know. If you know, you know. You know what I'm saying?
If you don't, then you're probably on the other side.
Yo.
JL, so you want to shout out from?
Oh man, yo, shout out my guy Craig Williams, Jeffrey Vasquez, Ayopo, shout out to you. I saw my guy over here. I saw young Simba. I saw you, young bit. I actually saw a grown Simba. Shout out to you too. And let's see, I saw Nuggy Fresh. Shout out to you, Nuggy Fresh. Shells Heavy, Nightbot. Everybody's rocking KnicksFanTV Nigga Time Show.
Yeah, no doubt. And they try to correct me and say Sean Payton was a Giant. I know he was a Giant under Parcells era. I know that. But listen, every time we play the Saints lately, we've been getting washed. So, forget him.
I mean, they are the Saints. Like, come on.
Forget them. But speaking of football, Ash, and everybody in the chat.
Speaking of football, yeah.
This Tuesday night, with the Super Bowl coming up, we decided, you know what, let's cross over a little bit. We're going to talk Knicks. We're going to talk Giants. Yes, Ashley, we're going to talk Giants.
I can't wait. I'm so excited.
And we're going to talk Super Bowl with none other than Victor Cruz. The Salsa King himself is coming to KnicksFanTV. So everybody throw a hashtag number 80 in the chat. Giants fans, Knicks fans, stand up. We're going to talk to this Victor Cruz this Tuesday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. So make sure you keep it locked in. Big week coming up next week.
And he has a new app, Undrafted, with the Ladder Company. That's really dope. So if you're trying to get your home workouts in, I know a lot of gyms are closed and you're trying to keep your health up. He's got a really cool app that he's going to talk about as well. So.
That's a fact. That's a fact. So salute to Cruz. Definitely looking forward to that one. Jay Boogie also made a statement saying no trades, Jails. No trades. And another guy whose name is coming up is one Zach LaVine once again. Ian Begley of SNY reported that last year the Knicks were monitoring the Zach LaVine situation, and they're doing so again this year. And this guy has once again stepped his game up a notch. Yeah. Definitely an all-star. This guy has to be making the all-star team. But the Bulls is currently sitting out of 8th place in the Eastern Conference. Once again. So what do you do here? We talked about Beal last night. I know I didn't get you guys' opinions on it, but LaVine, another guy. What do we do here? Get JL. I'm gonna go with you, man. Give me your thoughts on a potential.
Man, this one has me turning right now. I'm not even gonna lie to you. This one has.
I'm a little perplexed.
I'm a little perplexed because when it comes to Beal, right? It just seems like we're just gonna have to give up the house for him. They like 2 or 3 first-round picks plus young guys, and I'm just like, it's just too much because we're not at that point right now where we can just ship our whole team because we'll just have nothing left. We'll just have nothing left. It'll just be like, he'll be playing here by himself. And then we will have to try to rebuild, and it'll be a whole almost mellow-ish type of situation, but probably worse. But when it comes to Zach LaVine, it seems like it might be more of a get. It's just because he's not going to be as expensive as Beal, but you still feel like he probably is going to cost a first at least.
That's right. Yeah.
First at least, and they're going to ask for the next year. They're not going to. They're not going to try to get the top 10 protected out.
No, they want to get in next year. They want to get in next year.
Yeah, and if they want that, then with the way the Dallas is playing right now, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I guess with me, with all these things, it all depends on the price. But of course, with Beal, you're gonna have to give up the house. And I already said last night, if that's the case, I'm not trying to be at a point where you bring him in, then you figure out the rest later. Unless my guy Worldwide West has a backroom deal with a Kawhi Leonard or something to say, this is what's going to happen and this is the domino effect. But I'm not just trying to dump everything out and then figure it out later. And I don't think this new regime is trying to do that, man. They just got here. I think they're trying to evaluate what they have, take advantage of these draft capital that they have, and draft some young studs. We could have we could be in the lottery twice in this upcoming draft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely agree. I mean, I think Beal would just cost too much. I think there are other teams better suited to give the Wizards what they would want for Beal. One of the teams is obviously Miami. I think they would have more enticing pieces that would equal a Bradley Beal. And also, it's no secret that Bradley Beal, at the top of his list, allegedly, if he were to ask for a trade, request a trade, Miami is one of the teams at the top of the list. That's been like Miami's Moby Dick for like 5 seasons. Like they've been trying to get him forever. So I think if that does happen, Beal's more of it's more likely for Beal to head there. I think Zach LaVine fits. He's 25 years old. He's still really young. You wouldn't have to trade the house. I would say probably a possible trade would be probably Bullock. You'd have to give up Frank. You'd probably have to give Knox as well and a first-round pick. I don't think you'd have to give up a substantial amount. I think that would be somewhat enticing.
For those, I think you got to give up. You would probably have to give up IQ. You got to give up something like those younger pieces are not going to give. Not going to.
I think the Bulls, just because of where they are and what they're dealing with, I don't know if they would necessarily require like the best of the best that we have. I think you can actually get away with sending Reggie. You can definitely get away with sending Frank because he's still super young. It's just, he's injury prone. Knox, is young as well. It's young talent. Obviously, you haven't seen enough of him to know if he's consistent enough or whatever. And then a first-round pick. I mean, I think for Zach LaVine,
if that's the trade, I'll give it up. Not our 2021. Maybe the Dallas, but I don't. I think
definitely Dallas. Yeah,
I think he's playing at an all-star caliber. They want,
I feel like
you got to put IQ in that deal. Man.
Yeah.
You got to put IQ in that deal.
I'm not sending IQ. Sorry.
Yeah,
I'm not.
Yeah. Julian in the chat says IQ Obi.
Yep. It's going to be IQ Obi for sure.
I'm
probably
not
Austin Rivers because he's the deal on him. His contract is so cheap. 3 years, $10 million.
Yeah, that is a cheap deal.
Yeah.
I don't know if they would go for. I mean, would they go for Obi when they already have Carter there and marketing? Not sure.
No. That's first of all, you're trading away your assets and you're trading away your future if you do that. And I mean, yes, look, Zach LaVine, slam dunk champion, I believe he's been to an all-star game too, if I can think of the top of my head.
Not yet. But he should have went last year, and I think he should go this year.
I mean, I get it, but no, I'm not giving you IQ for Zach LaVine. I'm definitely not even like giving you Obi. I'm not even entertaining that phone call. That's a clip.
Yeah. With marketing, though, Rock Marketing is going to be a free agent this year, so they might have tried to make a decision on him. And Carter Williams, I think he's like a defensive guy. He's not like a scorer. You know what I mean? So they might. I can see them asking for Obi. I can see that.
Yeah, I think for Zach LaVine, I'm thinking it's going to be a first-round pick.
IQ.
Probably IQ and maybe Mitch. Like that ass. Zach LaVine's he's playing at a high level right now. It's gonna take something to get him. It's gonna take something to get him.
Yeah.
It's
Listen.
gonna take something to get him.
If I'm in those negotiations and they want to go ahead and I even hear IQ's name, I'm hanging up the phone. Like it's Obi. Obi may even be somebody I'd be more willing to entertain, depending on what it looks. Depending on what it looks like. Depending. That's a big depending.
I think I'm with you, Ash. I think I'm more willing to entertain that.
Yeah, but if I had to pick the lesser of two evils, I would. If I had to give somebody up, you can take Obi. I'm not giving you IQ. Like I'm not
giving up IQ.
If I had to pick one, I gotta keep IQ. I mean, shooters are hard to come by. Like
for us,
especially for us. And we need more.
Well, that's what I'm talking about for the Knicks. It's hard for us to come by. So, I mean, I'm not willing to give up IQ if I had to pick Obi or him. It's gotta be Obi. Now I'm not giving up either. Like if I can have my way, but if I had to pick.
Yeah, he's too valuable. They're gonna ask for somebody of value besides. It's going to be a pick and somebody of value who can contribute.
Listen, for me, I think I'm more interested in seeing them playing this player development course out for a couple more years, to be honest. I want to see, them in this draft and seeing what they could do and building this thing out. We plucked IQ out of it. I want to see Obi come along, RJ taking the next steps. I want to see them build their own guys, man. Stop dumping out, half of the war chest to go get something, and I don't even see what the future holds.
I believe you. I still harken back to the Steve Stout interview when he was like, "Yeah, we going.
We getting everybody."
Like, I still feel like that's in the back of the mind a little bit, even though Leon Rose is more calculated, but I still feel like they're going to try to move somebody. I feel like we have 17 million in cash space. I feel like every young 25-year-old borderline all-star has been in the rumors for like a year and a half. I feel like they're going to try to move somebody at some point, and we have a bevy of second-round picks, and we can't.
I hear that.
You can't just keep stacking every single.
That's true, bro. But it's like this Beal stuff and Levine stuff. That's for the Miamis of the world, or a team. Again, the teams that are just right here and they're trying to take it up a notch. Like if Miami want to bring in Beal to pair with Jimmy and Bam, that's a move.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. Yeah.
I'm confused though, because if we're thinking about, let's say hypothetically the trade talks continue or they happen or wherever they are in that conversation, if they want someone of value, I mean, Knox and Frank are of value. We just can't utilize Frank.
Not for them. Not for them guys.
So you're telling me Frank and Knox, who are both under the age of 25,
it's not gonna get it done. What are they doing? What are they doing right now? They're not producing right now.
They're not producing right now.
Frank has no. Well, that's not fair because Frank doesn't have a spot on rotation. That's not that he's not.
That's partly why I don't want Elfrid Payton even playing. So we can.
I know, but I'm saying as of right now, he's just not playing, not because he can't play, just because there's no spot for him in the rotation. So it's not an issue of him not being able to contribute to the team. He's just not in that position to do so. So that's two young guys under the age of 25. You have Bullock, who, somewhat, whatever, and a first round pick. You're telling me that's not enough for Zach?
That's not enough. You're gonna have to put in more picks. You're gonna have to put in more picks. When you don't have a guy to give back that's of equal stature or better than what you're getting, you're gonna have to put in more draft capital.
It's like 4 quarters equal $1 type of thing. You got to throw in more.
You got to throw in more.
Yeah.
You got to throw in more.
I don't know. I'm not, but I guess what they would want for him, I'm not willing to give. So
yeah, no deal. At the end of the day,
I don't know.
No deal, man. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. Hit that thumbs up button for your squad. We got over 1,800 people in the chat and over 600 likes. Let's get those likes up. Run those numbers up. Let's get it like Reddit did the stock market, man. Get those likes up and make sure they change the rules on us, man. Let's do it. Salute to. Let's go to Toussaint from Pennsylvania. Toussaint, what's going on?
What's going on, fam?
How you doing?
Everything good. I'm good, man. Friday, Knicks won. I ain't work today, so that means no hiding from the supervisor while I catch the game.
Yeah, so Toussaint usually be in here with his librarian voice on.
But real quick, before I get to my point, I see, like, my fellow Knicks fans, man, we like to come at Tibbs and make sure he holds players accountable, man. Tonight, I'm going to have to hold everybody in the chat accountable, man. We got almost 2,000 people. We don't even got 1,000 likes yet. The quality show.
Let's go.
I mean, the best Knicks show on YouTube.
You heard the man.
Quality interviews. Jay Boogie takes us to church every episode.
Facts.
You know what I mean? It takes 2 seconds. Hit the like.
Hit the likes. Let's get those likes.
Man, I just took my church shoes off, man. I heard Jay Boogie was calling. I had to throw on my church clothes real quick. But real quick, my point was we won and everything's good, but I still gotta point out our transition offense is lacking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we always talk about how we could get Obi and Mitch going. They run hard every play after a rebound or a change of possession, and they never get rewarded for that.
Yeah.
I got to call that out. It was a great game. I see Randall, he's playing very unselfishly towards the end of the game. He was even begging for people to give the young boy quickly the ball because to me, one of the biggest things that quickly brings to the game is it makes it harder for the other team to double team Randall.
Right.
And Randall gets easy looks.
Exactly.
But that was just my quick points. See what y'all have to say about
Appreciate
it.
you, son.
I appreciate it, and I'm glad everybody's safe, man.
Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. As Tucson said, let's get those likes up. Hit that thumbs up button for your squad. Yeah, man. Transition offense is last place in fast break points. You know, they had some tonight, JLs, and it was like Christmas. You know, every time you see them running out fast break, it's like, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah,
you know,
and I
it's
kind
like
of feel
a surprise. Go ahead.
I kind of feel like the coach had to call timeout because they only really started pushing CP once they started getting mollywopped in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Like it was 13-3. Coach was like, all right, cool. Let's talk about this. And once they came back out, you started to see Julius Randle and RJ Barrett. They were running full speed for a while. I'm like, all right, cool. I like it. Push the pace. Let's do this for 4 quarters.
Mm-hmm.
But I also agree with the quarter two. Like I definitely saw specifically Obi, the few minutes he was in, he was running the lane.
Yeah.
Also with his hand out a few times. And
they missed him.
They just missed.
They missed him. They missed him. So they got to work on that. You know, the guards definitely got to push the pace, and I think the fact that they're not an aggressive defense also hurts them because they don't get much steals. You know what I mean? They don't get out there and transition and run and gun. And also, it's also surprising because they rebound so well. You know what I mean? They rebound so well, man.
They just don't run
a lot.
And then sometimes when they do run, it looks weird.
Yeah. and a lot of times, you know, it's Julius with the ball in his hands, or Peyton, or Archie. They just don't have the athletes to get out there and get it. You know
I'm literally cracking up at this chat because it is like chaos right now. Like 50% of the people are like, okay, Ashley, if you can finesse this deal, do it. And then others like, that's a ridiculous trade. Here's the thing. A good GM tries to finesse the team that they're trying to get the player from.
Yeah,
I'm trying to give you the least amount to make you think that you're getting a lot, and I end up on the winning deal. You don't offer up your top players.
You're trying to be Masai Ujiri against
You start small, you work your way up. You start
small, and then you work your way up. You guys are willing to offer the house up front. Like, that's not how you do it.
You gotta start with Ignis. Like, so Ignis?
You gotta start with
Yeah, right. My boy Illa would flip.
People are like, well, now all of a sudden you're on Team Frank. Here's the thing. I've said before, and I will say it again. I don't think Frank is a bad player. He's just injury prone. So therefore, we can never utilize him. But that doesn't mean he can't be great elsewhere. That doesn't mean he doesn't have potential elsewhere. Y'all got to read Relentless. This is how you finesse a team. This wouldn't be the first time that a trade was lopsided and one team came out on the winning end and another team got finessed. That's how you handle business. Don't come for me. I know what I'm doing.
Knicks know a lot about
We're usually on the other end of the finesse.
That's a fact.
Exactly. It's time we become the finessers instead of the finesse. It's time we flip the script.
Yo, I hope so, man. I hope so. Let's get to work. Leon and Ninja P for sure. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. Hit that thumbs up button for your squad. Oh, they heard Tucson. We got up to 900 likes, so the chat is definitely feeling it. Let's get up to 1,000. Let's get that up there. Run those numbers up. Let's go. A couple more super chats coming in. Salute to Ari for the super chat. He says there's a grown Simba and a young Simba in the chat. I request an investigation. Jay Ellis needs to shout them out twice. Yo, Jay Ellis, remember when we first noticed that? We noticed that like 3 years ago.
Yeah, you're right.
We never got to the bottom of it. We did meet young Simba in person.
He's real.
Yeah,
he's a real he's a real lion.
We was at the draft in Brooklyn at Barclays.
Yeah.
And somebody like tapped us on the back of the shoulder, turn around. He's like, "Yo, it's young Simba. Look over." My man was looking like Debo, bro. We was looking up at him like 8 feet tall.
It's like, your name is Simba?
Yeah. So shout out young Simba. Young Simba ain't that young, man, but salute to him for sure.
I don't know how old is grown Simba. That is young Simba.
Shout out to everybody who's just going in on this trade. Someone said Ashley been hanging out with Pat Riley too much. She's trying to finesse. Listen,
you know Riley always gets his guy, man.
I think it's more reparations for what they used to do the Knicks back in the day. So I feel like
somebody gotta eat. We gotta win.
Someone gotta pay.
I feel
like time to flip the script.
It's time for us to get on the winning side of things for sure. For sure. Shout out NY Sports Guy. He says if coach wants IQ to come off the bench, at least start Frank over Peyton. Peyton's defense isn't that great to account for horrible offense. You know, I was looking for a spot for Frank tonight when IQ went down with 3 bullets. You know, I was looking for a spot, especially when they had the zone up there. Me and Rich Dollars was going back and forth. Rich Dollars from Love and Hip Hop. Every time I mention Frank, yeah, me and Rich Dollars is always debating because he's always like, "Oh, Frank is trash. Frank is trash." I'm like, "Yo, what is Peyton doing?" He's like, "Oh, Peyton and Randall is moving in groove." Like, what are you talking about, Rich?
Groove are you watching? What the hell?
I'll be like, Rich, come on, Rich.
Are you serious? 28% from
I'll be trying to explain it to him, man. I'll be trying to explain it to him. A salute to Rich Dollars for sure.
Okay.
Chico Fernandez says, 9 God looking like the real deal. And the best part, he's 20. Y'all doing the Lord's work, and Ashley's curls are starting a new streak. Ooh. So Chico Fernandez in the building. Salute Jacob Carlson, $20 super chat. He says, no chat, just a long overdue payment. I've been enjoying the content without paying my dues, and that's not right. Thanks for all you giving us. Salute to Jacob, man. Salute to Jacob,
church.
man. Yeah. That's dope.
That's plate.
Yeah, he's paying his tithes, J. Ellis. No doubt. We appreciate it, man. Definitely appreciate it. But, listen, the super chats are definitely appreciated. Cash App and Venmo much more than YouTube, as YouTube takes their cut. But whatever's convenient for you guys, we appreciate it. But there's always ways to support us for free, man. Hitting that thumbs up button, sharing these videos, and commenting in the chat or after is always a help. So definitely appreciate everybody for supporting the wave, no doubt. Mm-hmm. All right, couple more calls we want to hear from tonight. Kev from Maryland. Kev, how you feeling?
Hey, yo, what's going on, y'all?
What's good, Kev? Just turn your volume down, bro. How you doing, bro?
Am I live?
Yo, live and direct, bro. What's going on? How you doing?
All right, cool. Hey, yo, I just want to give a shout out to this win. I know everybody's feeling great. Shout out to the Knicks family. And I also want to talk real quick. We're talking about Scott Perry earlier. I want to give a shout out to Scott Perry. He doesn't get enough love. He gets a lot of hate. He doesn't get enough love, and the reason why is because if you look at our cap space, you look at the financials of the New York Knicks, you look at our ability to start to build with a young core. That happened because when Scott Perry came in, he cleaned house. He cleaned house the right way. He didn't tear it down like how Phil Jackson did. It really left us with nothing. Yeah, he made some mistakes. He hired Fizdale. That was a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
But
a disaster.
Mitchell Robinson. A lot of people are loving Mitchell Robinson. We know Mitchell Robinson is like a baby. Y'all gonna call me crazy for
boy, he's jumping out the window.
Like a poor man's Bill Russell.
Oh man,
I know
my man jumped way out there.
Bill Russell is a
Swan dived out the window, not jump. My man swan dived like a gymnast.
It's true. I mean, it in terms of anchoring the defense and style of play. I mean, he's not like Mitch Robinson is not Anthony Davis, but he's more so in that lane, I should say, of like a Bill Russell. To be honest with you,
okay.
So he drafted Mitch. He did the right thing in terms of, hey. I know it was difficult when he traded Kristaps, but if we land one of these top 5 picks through this Mavs deal, through this Mavs draft pick, a lot of us are going to be looking at that deal a lot differently. So,
sure.
Shout out to who I call the founder. I got a lot of love for Scott Perry, and that's mainly what I wanted to say because, once again, where we are today, Leon Rose was able to step in and make a few minor tweaks, higher tids, and now look at us. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate the call, bro. Appreciate the call, man. So, I mean, you listen, JL, so I'll go with him on the Perry love. the Mitch with the Bill Russell comparison. He swan dived all the way out the window. I had to.
That was so out of pocket.
Yeah, he was wilding for that one. I'm sorry.
Even a poor man's Bill Russell is a good Bill Russell to be.
Yeah.
Like, I'd like to be the poor man's Bill Russell. What's that get me? Like 3 rings?
Brian Quentin Chet says, puff, puff, pass. My guy, Cat from Maryland, is all the way in on happy hour tonight. Cheers, cheers. Cheers. But listen, on the Scott Perry thing, I was never. I know there was some faction of the fan base that like wanted him out of here, and Macri even criticized him heavily. I always thought it was a mixed bag, as we said, Jay Ellis. I mean, when you have your cap space, when you have your draft capital, I think I'm on the fence. I don't think you could really be, negative or overly negative about that when the guy never handcuffed you. They didn't build a team. They might not have put the right pieces together for last season's team or hired the right coach in Fizdale. Sure, those were missed opportunities, but we still put ourselves in position to get back in the draft this year. We still have our draft capital for the future, and we still have our cap space going forward.
Yeah, exactly. They started the groundwork for which we can build on right now. And here's the thing too, CP. I do not trust. I love Scott Perry. Got some appreciation for you. I would not trust him by himself though. I'm not going that far. I like that he has the Leon Rose to kind of
because
smack his hand. Because I feel like we almost traded for was it D'Angelo Russell? That was last year, right? Was that
last year?
Yeah. So it's like I don't like. There's certain moves when you're like, all right, you're trying to give up the house away and pick for D'Angelo Russell. That's the wrong move. So I do feel like there's still certain things that he tries to do that I'm not a fan of, but he does have some good ideas. As long as he has somebody next to him to check him, then
I'm still gonna knock him on the KP trade the way it went down. I don't want to relitigate it, but I'm still gonna knock him. And I don't know if it was him. I think it was more Mills. I think that was more Mills. Mills' botching of that trade.
Yeah.
But overall, I think Perry's done a fairly decent job here. I think he's done a fairly decent job. So. Salute to Kev, man, and whatever you chiefing on out there, Maryland Kev, please send us a care package. I would love some of that tonight, man.
Poor man's Bill Russell.
Poor man's Bill Russell, man.
Poor man's Bill Russell, and they're calling me Ashley the Viking. I'm trying to pummel
the Viking. That's appropriate. That's
hilarious.
I like it.
My guy has not called back since, man. Yeah, treated
I think he sent in a super chat. I saw it come through, so we'll hear it at the end. But I think so.
I forgot his name. I
think it was him. It was, what did the thing say?
Yo, confirm. Is that you?
It said Ashley trying to plunder peasant teams like she's a Viking.
Coop the villain. I see that. Salute. Salute him. Salute old dog. He sends a super chat. He says, Ashley for GM, no cap. The way we played the draft got me feeling like we could be the finesser this time around. All right, so you got a fan.
Knicks, hire me. I will get the deal done for the least amount possible.
Get her done.
Salute to old dog. Get her done.
Finesse.
Get her done. Salute to
Get her done. Let's go.
Salute to Dylan Alex. He says, the reason why the Spurs are consistent is because we develop our players. Yeah, he's a Spurs fan. But a big fan of KnicksFanTV. Salute to Dylan. And he hates the Cowboys. I like him a lot. The reason why the Spurs are consistent is because we develop our players. Stop trying to give everyone away like candy on Halloween. When you develop right, we're 4th in the West. Win on the top 3 teams. Spurs are playing well.
That's not only the reason why, though. They also draft really well, and they were pioneers in kind of drafting those overseas guys. They have a good team of people who can kind of source talent, especially that European talent. So obviously they're able to develop those guys. They bring them over and they develop them and they build them into champions. I mean, that's obvious, but it's also because they have a good team of guys who are able to spot that talent in other markets outside of the U.S. So
Spurs
just hand in hand. It's like one hand washes the other. The scouting versus the development.
Yeah, Spurs playing good ball. Salute to Dylan on that one for sure. All right, a couple more calls in the chat. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Let's do a check-in. Let's do a global check-in. Where you guys checking in from? Throw your cities in the chat right now. Let us know where you're checking in from, and we will shout you guys out. Couple more calls. Let's go to we don't want to hear from. Sounds like a new caller. Ryan from Albany. Ryan, what's going on, man? How you feeling? Ryan going once. All right. Cool. Ryan got that Boost Mobile connection. Ryan, you got to call back, man. You got to get Verizon. I keep telling you guys, man. Get that Verizon, man. Get that Verizon. All right.
You were just dissing Verizon before the show.
Yeah, they've been letting me down with my internet connection. I got to call them because I got that super high speed thing, and it's been letting me down a little bit. So I definitely got to bark on Verizon a little bit. But yeah, I don't know what happened to Ryan's joint. All right, let's go to Walter from the Bronx. Walter, what's going on? Yep.
Where's everybody going tonight?
What happened?
I don't know.
Walter, you still there? Oh, this might be a switchboard issue. Walter, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
All right, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yep.
Walter.
Yeah, Walter, go ahead with your point, bro. You live and direct, bro. Go ahead with your point.
Oh, I'm sorry. What's going on, CP? What's going on, Jay Ellis? What's up, Ash? Yeah, I just want to bring a couple of quick points, man. Big shout out to KnicksFanTV. Our core three is Randall, RJ, and Mitch. And just speaking of Mitch, everybody was talking about that tweet when he was talking about how he want to play more or how they would let me play. But nobody talked about how is defensively he really wants to play. He wants to jump to the three-point line. He wants to jump and do a block party. And if you notice, he's more stable and playing defensively on his feet and not jumping at all. So I really think that's what he meant. Ashley, how you doing, Ashley? It's crazy how much value you put in Frank when you trying to get him out of here. Put that same energy as you put him getting out of here.
Give it a smoke.
Because he's
that smoke, Walter.
He's valuable here.
Now she's with the Frank Hive, man. What's going on?
No,
Right
not.
Yeah, welcome, Ashley.
I have a concern.
Listen.
He said he has a concern. Address it, sir. Please address your concern, bro.
Is rebounding. Rebounding is our issue. Even with that Jazz game, we got out rebounded by 10, offensively by 9. Burt shot 1 for 10. Quickly was 1 for 11. You're not going to win a game shooting 2 for 21, but you shouldn't get out rebounded by 19 either. That's where you lost the game at for me. All right? Big shout out to you guys, man. Enjoy. I'm here for 72, and I'm out.
Let's go, Walter.
Okay, so to defend myself.
She's with the Frank Hive, JL. She's with the Frank Hive.
That's what's up. We welcome you with open arms.
Hold on. Because you can look back at every conversation that we have had about Frank. Every single debate that we've had about him, every single statement I've ever made about him, I have never once said that he was not talented. I never once said that he was not a good player. All I've ever said was all of that goes out the window when you cannot contribute to your team because you are always hurt. So it's not about me not seeing the value in Frank. I've said before, even the last conversation that we had, he has value. It's just I can't reap the benefits of that value because he's never able to play. And now he is able to play and he doesn't have a spot in the rotation. So I can never see what I can get from him because I can't consistently use him. So it's not that I hate Frank. It's not that I don't think he's talented. I just think a big part of the NBA and a big part of being a player in the NBA is accessibility and availability. And Frank has neither right now. It just is what it is.
Well, you have a point. You do have a point. You do have a point.
That is my point. That's been my point from day one.
Listen, I've always I think I've been a fair card-carrying holder of the Frank Ntilikina Hive. You know what I mean? I see his value as a role player, and that's about it. As a glue guy, role player, I see Frank's value. But not being able to play is hurting him. It's hurting him, and it's been hurting him his whole career. But also, I do think that because Phil drafted him and Perry didn't, that did him in from the beginning, JLs. When they brought in Moutier and started him immediately over Frank. They brought in Jared Jack off the street and started him over Frank. Ramon Sessions and started, we can go on and on. We say the same thing about Frank. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure what he's got to do to get minutes or what it is, but he's running out of time.
I just be going hard because the slander be unreal. That's how I'm like slander be so unreal. I'm like, you know what? I'm going harder now. Like that's just how I'm been. I'm like, yo, because
I think though in regards to Frank, to speak to it, I think if Peyton's going to get as many minutes as he does, I think if he's going to get as many chances as he does, then Frank should get a shot. I don't understand why Tibbs has this love affair with Peyton, who's been inconsistent to say the least. I don't understand why he gets more playing time and Frank doesn't get a shot. So I don't know what the logic behind that is.
Yeah, it's funny because I feel like the whole Jay Ellis loves Frank thing came when I suggested that the Knicks started him before in midseason, right? But I'm just like, when I'm looking at our options, I'm looking at DSJ, who looked like a shell of himself, and I already know
he is a shell of himself.
Yeah, and I was looking at Elfrid Payton. This is before we even re-signed him, and I'm just like, I already know what this kid can do. I already know Elfrid Payton can't shoot, and he's not going to be able to shoot.
Yeah,
and we need a guy who's going to be able to space the floor. So my argument was run the offense more through RJ and have him share the playmaking abilities with Frank, since Frank isn't a primary point guard who's a ball handler, who's like a primary distributor. So my whole thing was, I know he's not a true starting point guard, but if you're looking at what we have, if we can use him, we can like get some value out of him, either long term or short term for a trade, whatever you think. But I think people started confusing that with, Jay Ellis thinks Frank is an all-star and
No.
It's like I was for Kira Lewis, because this is what people forgot. I wanted Kira Lewis on the Knicks because I felt like our point guard situation wasn't right.
Right. And
I wanted to solve that. But when I'm looking at around what we had here, I'm just like, we need to go with Frank. But now that IQ is here, now I'm like, go with IQ. But I'm still looking at Elfrid Payton like, I already know what I got with this guy. He's never going to be able to hit a three-point shot.
And not only that, but like, I just feel like at this point, we have a team that I think we're going to have a lot of consistent pieces on this team for a while. So you have two options. You either see how Frank exists within the current culture of this Knicks team and see if it's even something that's even worth exploring further, or set him free. Like, stop holding a roster spot for him. Exactly. Stop paying him if you're not going to play him. Yeah. Like, it's just that, it's like, that saying, shit or get off the pot. Like, make a decision. Like, what are we doing? If we're not going to use him, we're not going to let him sit on the bench and just, another season goes by and we're waiting for him to develop. That's not happening anymore. Make a decision. And with that decision, make your bed and lie in it. Like, stop, keeping him because, we might play him in the rotation. As, these to his game, and we might need them in the long run. No, do you need them now, or do you not need them? Make a decision.
I just think I'm with you, JLs, in that the Peyton, again, I hate to relitigate this thing, but the Peyton thing is just getting tired, man, because we know what he can do, we know what his ceiling is, and that's it. I'd rather see IQ take his lumps. I'd even rather see Frank out there trying to develop his game for the limited time that he's here, so I could know going forward, okay, are we gonna give him? Right now he's making what, $8 million a year? It's hard to even see them even giving him a raise, because I don't know what the hell he's gonna get in the open market.
For $8 million a year that you're actually going to want to play in your rotation, who's actually going to contribute to the team. You're keeping him on the bench. Yeah. You're keeping a roster spot. You're keeping payroll open for him. That's like top spot. Payroll. Like, you're actually shelling out money to someone you have no interest in playing. That's insane.
No interest in playing. That's why I think he's done his days. Unfortunately,
it looks grim for him. It definitely does. But
that's why it looks
it's worth playing him to at least see what we had, because he played like a game. He played a game. It looks like he was trending up when it comes to his shooting. Yeah, and we have to see if that's real or not.
That's a fact. So to everybody in the chat, once again, hit that thumbs up button for your squad. CP Ashley J. Ellis in the building. Let me salute our city check-ins. Salute to Raula. Guy Kovina Kula checking in from Osaka, Japan. Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's right, Ashley. Salute to the Refluent checking in from Australia. Rich Jim BX all day. Shout out Parkway P checking in from Maine. We got Hussein Gazelle checking in from Lebanon. George Jones, BX, what's going on? Brody Sunheim checking in from Palm Beach, one of your neighbors. Pranav checking in. He says, glad to see a Spurs fan supporting the show. Salute William Lucas checking in from Stony Point, New York. Heights 1734 checking in from Wash Heights. Salute to everybody up in the Heights. Adam Smirnoff checking in from Denver. We got João Vitor checking in from Brazil in the building. No doubt. No doubt. Yeah, you see what I'm saying, JL? So you gotta let that.
I know.
Yeah.
You gotta I never attempted. I just admire. Ooh,
yeah, like you gotta get your diplomat game on. You know what I'm saying? Brazil. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Brazil.
Yeah. Clark Game 2 checking in from H-Town. Salute to everybody from H-Town. Sayami checking in from Malaysia. Salute to Malaysia in here.
Oh, you get your weave still.
Yeah. Straight off the ship.
Yeah, yo, work a deal out.
Checking in from Saudi Arabia. They said it was 8 a.m.
Oh, no doubt. Salute to everybody in the Philippines too. I saw a lot of people checking in from the PI. So salute to everybody from the Philippines. Salute to Kent Guerrero checking in from Haiti. Haiti in the building. We got Robaka 13 checking in from Puerto Rico. XXX Cannon checking in from Philippines. Salute. He said the real Gotham City. Ooh, he threw some smoke in there too. All right. Paul P from Trinidad said KFTV's global. Yeah, that's right, man. Hit that thumbs up button for your squad. We all over the map. Number one show for the fans, by the fans, applying pressure worldwide. Often imitated, never duplicated. All right. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Ryan from Albany. Ryan, what's going on? Let's see if he came back.
I can't with y'all right now.
CP, how you doing, man? Hey, listen, CP, by the way, I got T-Mobile, man. I'm on a plan. No cheap Boost Mobile over here.
Yeah, but T-Mobile
I want to say what's up to JL and Ashley as well. You guys do a great job. This is like Knicks therapy after every game. I love it.
No doubt.
Listen, I wanted to talk a little Lonzo, man. In light of him getting 27 and 8 tonight, I'm kind of like I'm on the Lonzo hive, if you will. I just think he's an excellent fit for what we got going on as far as getting Barrett involved and getting Barrett the ball in the spots. I could just see him and Mitch really creating some chemistry. Getting Knox, he's really good. He's an intelligent player. And I just think with Lonzo, he needs his own team. He needs a situation where he's the starting point guard. He doesn't have a veteran that's, pushing him for minutes, or, he doesn't have a young player coming in behind him. I think Lonzo would be a perfect fit in getting our guys involved and getting our young players that we want to see developed. Even if he's not the long-term solution, I think he's young, and I don't think we're going to have to give up much for him, to get him. But I also, I guess my question is, I hear CP and Ashley not really high on Lonzo. I kind of wanted to know why, and also I want to know what you think it would take for us to get Lonzo in a trade.
Well, so let me ask you first. Are you bringing Lonzo in here and you what? You want to put IQ? You want to keep IQ on the bench? You want to keep IQ on the bench? No more IQ experiment.
I love IQ. We all love IQ. But I think IQ is not necessarily a starting point guard at this point in his career. I think we want him to start because all we have is Peyton. But I think really IQ at the point guard position, I think you really should be getting reps coming off the bench. As if he's got to be thrown into the fire, right now I'd love to see him start. But I think ideally him coming off the bench and just getting reps behind. At this point, Lonzo's got a lot of reps as a starting point guard. I think he can actually learn from Lonzo, even though Lonzo's only 23, coming off the bench. And obviously Lonzo's defense is ideal for Coach Tibbs.
Yeah.
But I just when I watch the show, I see. Like I said, CP, you and Ashley, you guys seem pretty down on Lonzo. I just kind of wanted to know why. I never really catch why.
Yeah.
I saw a show with Ashley kind of was saying she almost rather have Derrick Rose, and I don't see that at all. I'd rather have a young Lonzo Ball who is really going to, like I said, he's going to get our young guys involved. I mean, he's suspect from the free throw line, and his shot's a little inconsistent, but those are things I think can be worked on.
And appreciate the call.
Just hear what you guys have to say about that.
Appreciate the call, bro. On that show, she said, you said Lonzo over D Rose.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Because of the youth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Go ahead.
Oh,
you go first.
Well, so what I'm saying with Lonzo, and somebody else had hit me with the Lonzo thing, saying,
CK?
somebody just that was just commenting on the video. And all I was saying was that with Lonzo's, it's the inconsistency, man. I'm not trying to, like, yes, he dropped 27 and whatever you said tonight. I didn't know that, and that was good for him. But I'm not trying to have a guy come here and figure it out again, Jails. Figure out if he can shoot, if he can hit his free throws. You know what I'm saying? Give me a guy that can do that off the rip. I know Lonzo. Yeah. I understand Lonzo as a floor general. Can get the job done for us defensively. I know a lot of people say he can unlock Mitch. I agree with that. To me, he doesn't get to the line enough. He's not aggressive enough, and his free throw percentage is piss poor. It's piss poor. I don't want a guy that needs to figure out his shooting, man. I want that ready to go off the rip.
Yeah, it's really all about the shooting for me. Like, to me, like, the shooting is the swing skill. Like, if he's able to shoot, then I'm all for it because he has everything else that we need. Like, he has a defense and he can set up the guys, like you say, can unlock Mitch. Yeah, like even now when
for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Like, I think even now his assist rate is pretty high. I'm giving that he doesn't even get that many minutes, and that says something. But it also depends on what are we giving up. I'm not giving up anything.
Depends on the price. And he asked that question. I'm just not sure what David Griffin is looking for.
No, same. I feel like, one, the shooting is an issue for me. The inconsistencies in that. I think we need shooters. We need shooting help. And I'm with you. I don't want somebody who you have to kind of teach that.
Yeah.
Who needs time to adjust, who needs time to figure it out. I mean, yes, he has other benefits to his game, but top priority right now is we need shooters. We need more people on the floor to get that offense going so it's not so stagnant.
Nine God is locked in. You need complementary pieces around him.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't think Lonzo is that guy. And also on top of that, speaking to Jay Ellis's point, what do you have to give up for him? Now, if I can get him for dirt cheap, which is probably not going to happen, yeah, I'll take him. Like, it depends on what what I have to
Depends on the price.
If I have to give up some prime players and send them down to New Orleans for him, I mean, I can't do that, especially when he's not offering me what I truly need, which is shooting help. I need a point guard.
And here's the thing. Last 10 games, he's averaging 30 minutes a game, shooting 38% from the field, 30 from three, 66% from the free throw line. Nice. And on top of that, you got to trade for him and then pay him. That's just not for somebody like that. I'm not trying to do that, make those moves, and then hope that he figures it out on the offensive end.
Yeah.
I know the other intangibles, but I need to know that if I'm going to trade for a guy and then pay him, that he is my starting point guard, no doubts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want question marks after that, after I do those things, Jay. Let's go ahead, bro.
The only way it would make some kind of sense if you're going to trade away a piece you're not going to sign anyway.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah. That's the only other way it would make sense. Like, all right, we're not going to use Frank, swap for Frank to see if you're going to pick him up or not. Like, if something like that happens, then it makes sense. But it's just like, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I also think, they're going to try to finesse the situation just because of the name alone, because of the star power alone. Sometimes when you facilitate a deal, the team that you're trying to make a deal with, they try to finesse you just based on the
David
name.
Griffin.
It's Lonzo Ball, and he's not a superstar yet, but he's famous and he's very well known. He has
former
that
number 2 pick.
Comes from that famous family, the crazy dad. I mean, there's a whole, circus attached to it. So that is kind of the star power.
And you trading for that too.
Yeah, you get that star power. So, I mean, so they will try to, get a lot from the Knicks that I just would not be willing to trade. If I had to give up a lot, haul a bunch of players, I would obviously do it with Chicago before I would do it with the Pelicans.
Yeah,
it's just not something that I would do. Zach LaVine is just overall better player.
Yeah, I don't think I would even give up anything for him, man. Like, when I go, I don't know. I'll wait for free agency if anything.
He can run the point. We know that. He can defend. We know that. But the rest, for me to have to trade and then pay him, that's a gamble. I don't know. I just don't think I would do it. I see the positives, but I see a lot of negatives, and I'm just not trying to have him, come here and figure it out after you do all of that. But it depends on the price, right? It depends on the price. So we'll see. But salute to Ryan for that. And then last call of the night. we got to go north of the border because RJ had such a phenomenal night. You know where we got to go. You know where we got to go. It's a Canadian homer, folks. He goes by the name of Iller. Iller, what's going on? How you feeling, bro?
Yo, what's good, guys? RJ Barrett, man, phenomenal game. He's putting us back on the map for a 20-year-old. He's showing a lot of maturity. I got nothing but good things to say. And I told you guys from the beginning, he's the future of the Knicks. And that's all I'm going to say about RJ. But listen, since everyone brings up Frank, who's gotten chances on numerous occasions, let me talk about someone who really deserves minutes. Now, hear me out.
Oh, boy.
First of all, Iggy doesn't suck. And I'm talking to you internet GMs in the chat as well.
Ooh,
how can someone suck when he hasn't got a chance to prove himself?
Ooh.
When he was in the G League in 2020, last year he played 24 games, okay?
No more Devil's
in which he averaged 20.9 points per game. You know how many games he has played as a Knick? The guy only played 13 games as a Knick, the total of 60 minutes. And these are off the bench stats. I can't watch Iggy sitting there anymore with that Gatorade cooler behind him, man. Free this guy. All I'm saying is give the brother a chance, man. I know Iggy more than that mummy head Tibbs knows him. I watched all Iggy's home games live at the Chrysler Arena in Ann Arbor, which you, Day Ellis, and CP knows. It took me 5 hours to drive there because I live in Canada, so I had to cross the border, and 5 hours to drive back home. And you know what the best part of all that was? Is we had a slice of pizza together after the game against Maryland, where he scored 21 points. I'll never forget that.
No doubt.
How many people can say that?
Yeah,
and you know what else I love about Iggy? Remember a few weeks ago when it was Tibbs' birthday and they had a video of the Knicks players singing him happy birthday? If you guys look carefully and go back, Iggy didn't give a crap, man. He was there in the background. You know why? Because Iggy ain't a sellout. He doesn't need to sing for minutes. That tells you a lot about his character. That's all I got to say. Love you guys. Peace.
I thought he was about to say, like, you know, he got him a gift or, like, he helped to blow out the candles. He was like, nah, man, Iggy wasn't with that. Iggy wasn't with that birthday celebration.
Not with it. Yo, TM said Maple Hive. I'm dead.
Maple Hive in the building. That's Illa's nickname. That's Illa's nickname. The Canadian Homer, a.k.a. Maple Hive. You know, listen, I don't know, man. We've had Iggy here for 2 years. And shout out to Schwinny. You know, Schwinny put us on to Iggy in our draft show 2 years ago, and we actually ended up getting him. And, you know, there's a lot of guys ahead of him. There's a lot of wings. There's a lot of fours ahead of him. He's coming in the garbage time. You know, hasn't done much with those minutes. And so I gotta listen. Tibbs has been in the game for a long time. If he figured that the kid would give him something that others aren't, I think he would have gotten that chance already. Maybe his chance will still come. We never know. And hopefully with the G League about to start up again, maybe they send him back down and let him, you know, get some run there. And maybe he gets into a groove and they bring him back if there's injuries. But there's so many guys ahead of him. Kev was drafted, you know, first round. He's going to get that look. Obi's going to get that look. Burks is going to get that look. RJ's going to get that look. You have Julius. You have, like I said, Obi already. There's just so many guys. Like, I don't think Iggy's really going to get that chance realistically, man.
Yeah, I don't see it either. Like CP said, there's just too many guys ahead of him. Yeah. And to me, I don't know, when I look at him play, sometimes it just seems like he does like a little post-up move where he can post from his left to right shoulder. But at his size, I feel like it doesn't really work with players in the NBA who's much taller and faster than him. And I think that's a lot of the reason why it's harder for him to get into the game. And on top of that, you know, his defense, you know, he's just not as athletic as some of these guys to just keep up defensively as well. So it's going to be hard for him.
I think Iggy's a prime example of how the level of competition between college, the G League, and the league. Yeah, this is just where the big boys play, man. And he's beasted in Michigan. He beasted with Westchester. We'll see. Maybe it's just a matter of just him getting minutes. We don't know yet. But, you know, right now he's on the outside looking in. I'm sorry, man. I'm glad y'all got to meet up and eat pizza and whatnot, and you know, and made your drive much more worthwhile. You know what I'm saying? But
pizza have Canadian bacon on it.
he might have. Hey, Canadian bacon's kind of good on pizza, though. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm not gonna lie.
No swine on my line.
Wow.
Are you not with that swine?
No,
Hey.
not down with the swine.
No
Hey,
swine on my line,
hey,
guys.
bring all of that over here. All that bacon over
Extra
here.
bacon. Let's go.
Bacon, egg, and cheese.
Yeah,
all
bacon,
of
egg, and
that.
cheese.
All of
Oh.
that.
I'll cheat for a bacon, egg, and cheese.
All of that.
Okay.
Yeah, all of that. No turkey, man. Real
Cheat
stuff.
day.
Yeah, facts.
Cheat day.
Factuals, man. All right, no doubt. Yo, salute to everybody in the chat once again. Great show. Let me get my outro music ready. And a couple of announcements once again. Yo, great show, though. Great win. Knicks win 102-81. This is what I wanted, man. We should have washed them up, and we got that. We definitely got that. And as Iller said, you know, the 9 guy was in his bag. Quickly was in his bag. And we got the dub. Sunday, big matchup against the Clippers. Big matchup.
Yeah, we
Kawhi
need this
Leonard.
for real.
The big dogs coming in. Paul George, playoff P, Kawhi Leonard, Mook, the return of Mook, Jay Ellis. It's gonna be a battle. It's gonna be a battle. Hope the Knicks.
Mook in the garden with fans.
Mook in the garden. So yeah, definitely gonna be a big matchup, man. But Jay Ellis, go ahead and sign out, bro.
Yes, salute to everybody watching. Listen, if you have not, please subscribe to the Nick of Time Show. That's on YouTube. That is youtube.com/Nick of Time Show. We release shows all the time and every week. You can catch us on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, and YouTube as well. Also, check out. What's so funny? Check out.
DB Will Jr. says, "I eat chitlins." Yeah. There's a huge pork debate breaking out in the chat right now. Thank you, Ashley. A huge pork debate breaking out. And my man said, "I eat."
Someone said no pork on my fork.
No pork on my
Yo.
I'm dead, yo.
I love it.
I don't even eat
Chaos.
chitlins.
I live for the chaos.
Oh my god. Oh man. All right. To continue, shout out also to get some merch too at thenickoftimeshow.com. You got Ninja P merch. That stock might be going up like it's GameStop. Get that Ninja P merch right now, all right? Since Ninja P is looking good, that the Dallas Mavericks kind of losing, all right? Shout out to that. Also, check out the blog on nickoftimeshow.com and follow us on all social media. That is DKOT Show on Twitter, the Nick of Time Show on Instagram, Facebook. And that is all. Back to you.
All right. Ashley.
What's up, everybody? As usual, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Ash Nicole Moss. Also follow my YouTube channel, All In with Ashley Nicole. Make sure you guys tune in, obviously, for all the post-game show, but don't miss Tuesday with Victor Cruz. It's going to be really fun. And shout out to my boy, Allen Iverson, one of the influences for your favorite player's favorite player. I saw ESPN. I saw ESPN left him off, the most influential players in the past 30 years.
Did they really?
Wow.
Was that a new list?
They put Steph Curry over him.
That's
or
trash. That's trash.
So listen, just know your favorite player's swag was created by this guy. All right,
Yeah, that's a fact.
Steph Curry wearing braids because of this game. What are you talking about?
That's a fact. Was that a new list?
Yeah, it was a list that came out. It was like ESPN responding to a tweet someone said, and it was like the 4 players with the most influence in the past 30 years. It was Jordan.
How did they not leave? How did they not
They
put
do
AI
that
on
on
it?
I'm convinced they do it on purpose.
It was Jordan, it was LeBron, it was Kobe, and Steph Curry. There was no
star.
Iverson.
Hell
There was
no.
disrespect.
Hell no. AI was definitely disrespected, man. Hell no. So to everybody in the chat once again, man. Nah, that's slander on AI, man. But
I gotta hear that list.
yeah,
though.
definitely, man. But salute to you guys, man. Salute to everybody that checked in with us. Great show, great win. It's always a good night when the Knicks win. Remember, these shows are available in audio podcast format: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Alexa, Stitcher, and Google Play. This show is officially joined the Blue Wire network of podcasts, the #1 sports podcast network in the country. Go to bluewirepods.com and check out the rest of the lineup. But we made it official today, so this show is available on Blue Wire. So salute to all the Blue Wire people out there, and definitely appreciate it. And yeah, man, great show once again. Knicks Clippers Sunday matinee. Hopefully they don't come off to a slow start. Let me salute some super chats that came in, the rest of them. Salute to Jets Nation. Appreciate it. Christoph says Jets Nation. Ooh, what's Christoph saying? Does he want Deshaun Watson? Ooh, big decisions for the Jets. All right. Gotcha. Open says run that up. Thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up button for your squad. No doubt about it. Dylan Alex says, Ashley, you have 2 jerseys, but you gotta burn one. Ooh, which one? An autographed Emmitt Smith jersey or a regular Walt Clyde Frazier jersey? Ooh.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna say the Frazier only because if it's not autographed, I can just buy a new one. Whereas the Emmitt Smith, when can I ever get it autographed again? So
that was slick. That was slick talk. That was slick talk.
You should have said an autograph.
Yeah, he had to put both autographed. That would have made it much harder.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask you, autograph Frazier or autograph?
Dylan, she snaked.
I already answered the question.
She snaked the way out of it, man. Dylan, she snaked the way out of it. You gotta come harder next time, bro. You're usually on point. You're usually on point with the slander. You gotta
somebody
come
super
with
chat heard that question.
Ed Paula says, if trading for Levine with Randall is the best thing we give up, I'll consider it to free up Obi. All right. O-Dog says, hell no, CP. I think we overrating Zach. I think Ashley's trade is more than enough. Throw in a second or two, if you will, but no Obi or IQ or Mitch.
Hire me.
O-Dog is definitely, his nickname's KnicksFanTV. He's all on board.
2K trade.
Yeah, he's with it. He's with it. That's your number one fan right there. Dylan Alex says, I got that one right. I got that one from O-Dog already as well. A lot more super chats. Let's see. Robert Paris, appreciate. Damn, it's a ton of super chats. Salute to everybody, bro. Damn, it's a lot of love in here tonight. Christoph says, IQ is our guy. What happened to the Timberwolves? Don't they have a nice squad on paper? NY Sports Guy says, basketball media shows the Knicks no love. Make sure y'all tapping into our guys and girl into All-Star. Oh yeah, vote RJ and Randall for the All-Star game and throw the other picks away. Marlon Small, hashtag, yeah, man. He says, great win tonight, great calls. Always providing the fans with the vibes, challenging all KnicksFanTV fans to donate at their Friday night Knicks win. So that's maybe why we got so much super chats. Appreciate it.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah, challenge accepted. Coop DeVille 77 says, Ashley trying to plunder peasant teams like she's a Viking. Oh yeah, that was him.
Where's the Viking t-shirts, JL? You said you were going to make that.
Yeah, you gotta come with it, bro. You gotta come with it. Blessed NYC says Ashley's on point tonight. It's been a minute since I've been in the chat, but I stay tuned into the post game hashtag Friday Night Knicks. All right, appreciate you. Mama said don't trust you. Nice name. He says we playing good this season, loving the direction the Knicks are headed to. I know we got a lot of work to do. It's been a long time coming that the Knicks doing this good. Plus do something with Peyton. Go OZ says Mitch has Rudy Gobert potential. Keep Mitch, IQ, Randall, and RJ. Everyone else can go.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah.
Tall order. Okay.
Yeah, tall order. This is like a no name, but they said, okay, we don't have to disrespect Boost Mobile like that. Let's reel this back in.
That's free.
Hey, no slander. No slander. It's just a little joke, man. Whatever carrier you guys have, no doubt. Hey, listen, like I said, I even have problems with Verizon, man. You know what I mean? So people clown me when my connection goes out, man. So no slander to whatever, carriers you guys have. She's tough crowd tonight. All right. Robert Paris, appreciate it. SK says, Ashley, how would you rate and describe Frank's talent when he's healthy? How does he compare? I think you answered that already. O-Dog says, crazy thing is Frank has been the best pick and roll guard with Mitch, J. Ellis. But yeah, we need Tibbs to demote Peyton and move up Frank. Boost his value for Ash's trade. O-Dog is with the Ashley trade, 100%.
For it. I need
Let's pick and roll guard rookie year.
100%.
I'm gonna start a petition.
100%. Demo B says, I blame Perry. Oh, what do you blame Perry for? I blame Perry. It's his freaking love affair with Peyton. Frank is our draft pick. He's never got a consistent shot. Peyton is on shot 3. Isaiah Ellis. I think you got a new cousin in here, JL. Shout out Isaiah Ellis. Says Frank is the modern day Bruce Bowen. You need players like that to set and maintain the culture. Is it?
No, it's not.
Damn.
Salute Chuck D with the super chat. He says some athletes ain't ready for New York. Simple as that. I think he's talking about Frank. Same in entertainment. Too much heat and smoke in the fan and media seats. Many come to NYC on the Greyhound but leave on a stray dog. Design who fits. Shout out to the rhyme animal, Chuck D, keeping it real. Bring it to real perspective.
That was bars right there.
Don't melt on that microwave.
Fat boy. Feel that in your heart, JLS? You felt
that?
Yeah, that was
like, I want to hear that on a beat, you know?
it's on a beat. Yeah, we're playing the outro right now. Fat Boy with Kicks says Michael Rappaport, Max Kellerman, Stephen A. Smith, Knox, DSJ Frank, and a second-round pick for Zach LaVine. So he's throwing all the bandwagoners. Knox, DSJ Frank, and a second-round pick. Okay.
That is a fleece like for.
I said Frank and I said Knox. I didn't say DSJ though. I'd be forgetting about him. Not gonna lie.
They're gonna send that.
Yeah. Yusuf Khan, appreciate it. Yusuf, he says what my guy Ryan meant was that Ashley said she didn't want D Rose, but then said what? Then she said JJ in a trade with Lonzo could bring veteran leadership. I was wondering the same thing.
Oh no, I did say that if I had to pick D Rose or JJ Redick, I would take Redick over D Rose, and I said I would take Redick over Lonzo too, just because I think he'll cost a lot less.
Yeah.
He's a shooter, he can still shoot, and he's a vet, and you can always use veteran leadership. So yeah, I did say that.
Okay. Salute to the no-name user. He says they do have THC infused maple syrup in Canada. Okay. All right. You gotta try that out. Lucas Blythe says Lonzo would instantly make us better this year, and also happens to be a better than I guess every point guard we have on our roster at the moment. Paul Robinson says, hosts, which shooters are available right now? We'll do a show on that. Let me get back to you. I don't want to freestyle that. We'll come back on that on Sunday. Ron Hansley Jr. says Iggy B is a poor man's Lou Amundsen. Ooh, Jay Ellis. Ooh, goes in on Iggy. Damn, not Lou Amundsen, Ron. Not Lou Amundsen, fam. Not Lou. Damn. He was a fan favorite.
Yeah.
Salute to Lou and the man bun, man. Yeah. Salute Lou Amundsen. And last one, Will Monahan says, love the show, guys. Go Knicks. Salute to Will Monahan. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. All the mods. Appreciate all the support.